We are Stephen and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today is Jack Thursday, and I talk about 5 rich people personality traits. Thursday,
Kind of funny.
I get to pick the topic.
Oh, how about Monday through Friday you get to pick the topic? Because that's really what goes on.
I honestly have somewhat of veto power, which I don't exercise almost ever. But on Thursday, I like to talk about it, the stuff that I really think matters. Most of the time, it doesn't have to do with real estate.
Okay.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. If you're already a member of Land Academy, please join us on Discord.
Dallas wrote, "Hi everyone, I have a property in escrow. I got a title commitment, but closing is a couple weeks out. I found a builder looking for lots in the subdivision. Is there any reason I shouldn't let him take a look at it now? Is it too early to put on my website and mark it as coming soon or something? It's my first run through, so all this, so not sure what could go wrong, just eager to sell and recycle the capital."
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Jill, this is all you. I know what I would do.
Technically, not supposed to. Unless you want to have some kind of conversation real quick with the seller about it.
I think this is a massive opportunity. Everyone loves off-market property. I think you should say, look, you didn't hear this from me. I've got a piece of property in escrow. I thought you were going to fall off the stool.
No.
I've got a piece of property in escrow. It's due to close anytime. It is in the subdivision that you're interested in. And I'm not going to get into it in too much detail because I want to.
There you go. We are saying the same things. We're not going to give them all the details yet.
Maintain some ethics, but here's a price range, and it'll be available in 2 weeks. And you have my word. You have first crack at it.
That would be okay with me. I agree with that. See, so as you can see, Dallas, he's not fully disclosing and giving it all out there, but you can start the dialogue like, I'm buying in this area. Please sit tight. And I know you're looking for what size? Good. I got something coming. I'll let you know on this day. So that's really the right thing to do because you don't want to get into a pickle because things could go wrong. That's the thing. And you don't want to be collecting money before you own it. Things could go wrong.
My experience with builders is that they're not deal makers. That's not why they do stuff.
It's true.
They're builders.
That's true.
They know about cabinets and framing and probably a little bit about finance.
Contracting.
And I also don't think that they're left in the world in this business by being dishonest in general. So I don't think they're going to go around you or try to figure it out just to save whatever it ends up being, $20,000, $30,000. Hopefully that's what you're making that much money on it. So, but I'll tell you, if you manage this relationship right, and talk to this person every couple of days and say, hey, the escrow is just about to close. I can't wait to present it, and just build this trust, you'll have a customer for life. We have a couple of people in one market where we buy infill lots and dead houses, and they can't wait to talk to Jill.
I do think that, Dallas, what you did was 100% correct. You just had a question about the last piece. While I'm in escrow and I'm buying this property, should I be out kind of seeing who might be my buyer? Heck yeah. And starting to have that relationship with them and say, hey, I got stuff coming. Heck yes. It's kind of like I do with agents too, with brokers. Like I'll say, hey, here's an area. What do you think? Even have them look at properties and then hand it over to them, when it's time. And I own it.
The rules are very different for you, for licensed real estate agents doing this. There's recent legislation on it. And the rest of us, we're just owners. And so owner to owner, I think you can get away with a lot along these lines. But if you're a licensed agent, you'd be really careful with this kind of stuff. Today's topic is Jack Thursday, 5 rich people personality traits. This is why you're listening. I pulled up this article, or more accurately, Google.
More accurately, put it in front of me.
Google decided I needed to read it.
Yeah.
Regardless of my opinion. Google thinks that I'm a retired airline pilot.
That's interesting.
And a licensed real estate agent. And so they feed me all this stuff. Who's thinking about buying an RV.
That's funny.
Just all thinks really weird stuff.
Does it think you like puppies too, or Mexican food, or what else?
There's no puppies. There's no Mexican food. I'll read you the articles.
What
in
does
my
it think
Google
you
stream.
drink? What does it think your drink of choice is?
You could make bajillions of dollars in the Lucid stock.
Oh,
This is a 25-year-old who earns $4,700 a month in passive income. This is all of
my Google doesn't do that.
This is all at Google things I should read.
Interesting.
Key indicators show the housing market's cooling off. 9 worst states to buy an electrical car. 3 friends in a truck in Hermosa Beach.
That's hilarious.
Here's the article we're going to talk about. Want to
Okay.
get rich? Science says people most likely to build wealth possess these personality traits. 2021 Jayco RV review. This is one for
the
Jill.
moon we were looking at last night.
Don't miss a strawberry moon.
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff on Excel and electric bikes.
It's awesome.
And some things about
got you
ammunition
pretty
and
good.
tiny houses. Yeah, they know me.
Well, I like the Ivanka Trump article. Where did that come? Warren Buffett. Love
Warren
it.
Buffett resigns from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I'm
Ooh.
going to read that later.
Yeah.
Idaho's got a drought because too many people are moving in.
Okay. So tell me about
All
this
right.
article, this rich people article, because I think this is really interesting. I thought it was going to be along like in career path, one of the things that we do with everybody and have them take this kind of a personality test. And it's interesting to see how many people are alike. And I know we talked about that before.
Cut right to the 5. And I would love for you to jump in at any time
Okay.
and make snotty comments if you need to.
Okay, I will.
Because some of them are a little deserved.
Snotty.
Rich people tend to be extroverted.
Isn't that
Duh.
interesting?
Really?
Well, hold on a moment.
Name a rich person who's an introvert.
Well,
don't
wasn't
know.
like Steve Jobs kind of like not a friendly person? I guess
No, I don't-
extrovert, not necessarily
Extrovert
friendly.
means walk around the room and shake everybody's hand and
Right.
laugh and build relationships.
Right. Okay.
I think Steve Jobs was a terrible operations person and hated to be there, but he loved the marketing piece and all of the other stuff. I'm not a
Okay.
good operations person.
Okay.
Honestly, neither are you. We have people now that do that.
That's true.
We are both extroverted as hell. Don't
That's
you
true.
think?
That is true.
Rich people tend to be more conscientious. Not a surprise here at all.
I agree.
They make smart decisions, delayed gratification, long-term goals.
That's good.
They want everybody to win versus just themselves and on and on. Research, all
That's
that.
good.
Rich people tend to be more emotionally stable. That's debatable.
Not with us. Thanks a lot. Back to Steve Jobs.
I think I would write, look, this is an article, by the way, that Psychology Today came out with, that Inc. magazine just regurgitated it and made it in more of an 8th grade level so people like me can read it.
Got it.
Emotionally stable, there's no place for emotions in business, except when it comes to like dealing on Jill's on buying and selling with sellers and stuff and buyers. But it all comes down to analysis and for me. Rich people tend to be less neurotic,
That's
less
interesting.
fearful, there's not much I worry about anymore at all. Do you go to bed worrying about anything? No. Excellent. Jill.
No, you know what?
And that makes me
you
feel
know
like
what's
I'm doing my
interesting
job,
about
by the
that?
way.
It's like once you get there, you know how to get there. And you know you could do it again if you had to. That's why I don't worry about it. What is something, if it all came crashing down, not that it would. We thought, we talked about this a lot. We thought, when COVID hit, here we
Yeah.
go, here goes our business. Not just selling property, but everything about it. Land Academy and all this stuff. It didn't, and none of that happened. I'm like, and you learn a lot about running businesses and building up things and building teams and, all the stuff that goes around that. I'm like, we could do this again if we had to. Thank you.
Rich people, number 5. Rich people tend to be more self-centered. None of these are surprising to me. And self-centered, while I think in the title, it's like, well, yeah, of course, that guy's, like your Steve Jobs thing. Here's my take on that. I expect a lot on myself. And so how can you do that without being self-centered
That's true.
or slightly self-centered? There's a point where it goes off an edge where you're out to get other people.
Now you're a jerk. You don't be that. Yeah.
Right. But you got to be a little bit self-centered, and how you work is all personal. It is for me anyway. And you're constantly trying to get to the next level. And so you can't leave yourself out of that. Does that mean that you need to buy a new sports car every month? No. That's bad self-centered, in my
Isn't that
opinion.
funny? Of all the people that I hold myself accountable for more than anybody.
Me too, Joe.
Anyone.
including you. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I take
including
everything.
You, my staff. If something doesn't go wrong, I hold myself accountable.
Me too. If something goes wrong anywhere, I'm like, all right, how can I get involved, whether it's for us or the kids or whatever, or our employees, and change it?
And I make sure it
take
gets
responsibility
done.
for everything.
It's hard. It's a lot. It's a lot. I will make sure it gets done.
So I wouldn't have said self-centered. I would have chosen some other adjective, but
like what?
It's not my article.
Okay,
like well, accountable.
Accountable. That's good.
Self-centered is I probably sell in more magazine articles, but I shouldn't say magazine anymore.
Now we need to come up with 5 other magazine. I know you're so cute. Let's come up with the radio show guy. This is called a podcast. Okay, let's come up with 5 other rich people personality traits. Number 1, they confuse podcast with radio. Hello.
I don't know. Well, you give me your 5.
They're not up with the times. Okay. Like, well, hold on. Warren Buffett probably still gets his hand on a newspaper. So maybe that is another rich people personality trait. Let's come up with 5 more.
I can tell you my number 1.
Right.
They didn't even touch on it.
Number 2 is, let me think here. These are good. Number 2 is they love spreading the wealth and treating their friends. That's true.
Okay.
Like buying drinks for everybody.
That
happens a lot. And it's a good thing. It's a positive.
Somebody asked, actually, most of our friends, all of our friends are like that.
Yeah. We all take.
Somebody asked Ross Perot this when he was running for president. What's the number 1 trait of a successful person? And he didn't flinch. He said, they don't know when they're beat.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we both have that.
Oh, well, that's number 3 then.
I will not stop until I might buy a company, let's say it's a pizza company, and then sell it after it lost a bunch of money really quickly, due to me, by the way, not anyone else's error.
Overspending.
And so that doesn't mean I quit. It's not the last company that we're going to buy or sell. It's just like, I'm done with that one. Cut my losses.
Yeah. So I like your, what was number 3? You just said that we don't want to stop. So I was going to say my parents called that, Jill does not know the meaning of the word no. I was told that at 5. I was told it at 15. I was told it at 25. Same sentence. And it still applies.
You know what? I've always known what I wanted. And I've never wavered from that. And I think so early in my career.
Yeah, me too.
In my land career, when I was really, I call it all my friends thought I was a drug dealer because I had never had a job, never worked, always had a sports car.
What they thought, they saw. Yeah.
During that time, I've had multiple people walk up to me, mostly because I was just behaving like a kid that age with a lot of success, spending a lot of time on a bar stool and just basically having fun. Nobody got hurt or anything like that. It's just a lot of fun. And so they saw me, our friends are like this. They just see me as this derelict idiot.
Well, that's number 4. Rich people look like derelict idiots on a bar stool.
So they walk up to me and they would say some version of this sentence. Why you? Why are you doing well? And I'm not. Like, they're not asking themselves that. They're asking me.
To which you reply,
how did you do in math in grade school?
Oh,
and they all usually went, I didn't know math was involved in success.
Give me one more. Let's have one more before we call this. What's one more thing that you've noticed? I know one.
I mean,
I got one.
Yeah.
They travel in the same circles.
Yeah, that's true.
Learn.
Totally true.
You learn to associate with people who are at your level or above your level, and that inspires you, and you work harder.
Very few people I know who are really successful own one company. No one's afraid to fail. When you're successful and you have that personality type, that's what this is. It's personality traits. I'm not afraid. If I fail at something, I don't take it personally. I'm not like, my God, I'm a failure. No, it's just like, what? I made a terrible decision this month or this year or this decade. I made a terrible decision, but I'm not stopping.
Right.
I'm going to continue to go forward. So
exactly.
And I also think that multiple owner, if you own a bunch of companies, if somebody owns a couple of companies successfully and they've got other people operating them successfully and they join the Land Academy group and contact me and say, this is my company over here. This is my company over here. I'm tired of the customers. I'm tired of this. I got people to manage it and the cash flows rationally well, and I want to become a Land Academy member and knock it out of the park, there's like a 95% chance they're going to kill it.
Yeah. Agreed.
But if somebody comes to Land Academy and they say, I'm very, very concerned about whether or not I'm smart enough to do this, and I have $25 in my checking account, you can apply the percentages there.
I'm going to say, take a break, study, make sure you do want to do this, and save up your money. Come at it the right way. We will be here. And I do that all the time. And I'm happy you could join us today. Monday through Friday, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow is Jill Friday, and she talks about how new members always seem to want to send less mail versus more. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Really quickly, why do people want to send less mail versus more? You just tease us a little.
No, I'll save it for tomorrow. Well, they think that it's the best way to gauge an area. And that's not correct.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you need to send out, speaking of more mail, do you need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like we do? Check out offers2owners.com. It's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now providing concierge data and pricing help. It is awesome. We should know because it's our company. Give Offers to Owners a call today. We're Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.